Hi everybody, and welcome back to Metroid Prime. And when I say back, I mean we're now heading back. As per Metroid tradition, we gotta go back to a location that we previously visited. It's what we call backtracking, and this is the most excessive bit of backtracking probably in the game, and my least favourite part of it. In the last episode we traversed all the way through Magmore Caverns and made it to Phendrana Drifts, where we found the boost ball, which is a pretty nifty upgrade. Now we can go super fast in morphable form. But now, using the boost ball, we now need to head back to Talon Overworld, right at the very start of the game, to pick up another upgrade, and then we use that upgrade and head back to Phendrana Drifts. So, yeah, you see what I mean by excessive? Yeah, this is definitely... I don't want to start the episode on a negative note, but I really do not like this part of the game, purely for the fact that we have to... it's just so much back and forth, honestly, and there's not an awful lot on the way there, but... There's well, I guess we can take a different route through Magmore Caverns this time around, rather than head back to the Chozo Ruins part of the Chozo Ruins exit to Magmore Caverns. Oh, hello. Did not see you there in the distance, you stupid turret. You can be destroyed, and it knocked me off. Well, luckily, I thought I could climb on that, but nope, there's just some weird terrain going on there. I did not realise these things had so much knockback, to be honest. Didn't realise they were going to be pushing me into the lava, but yeah, a couple of missiles to take down each one of them. Just need to keep moving back and forth with their shots. See, it's a little bit easier once you're out of the lava, not falling directly into it. Okay, so yeah, we could head back that way if we really wanted to, but there are a couple of things that we can grab if we head through this little side door that I think I pointed out in the last episode. But yeah, this time we're actually going to take it. Oh, this corridor seems a little bit suspicious. Let's do a quick scan, and we'll find out that this corridor is made of Bendesium. Now, Bendesium is another material, but we won't have access to that for a while. Also, you can have a little peek through the gap in the tunnel there and see there's a little item underneath. What is that, I wonder? No, I'm not going to show you what that is. Haha, I'm such a tease. But yeah, we need to head through here, and can I make that jump? I'm sure I can make that jump, right? Oh yeah, it looked deceptively far away, but. I need to head through this passage. In fact, I can just jump around those flame jets, so I don't know why I was waiting for them to go off there. Okay, jump across here, and we have Triclops and Magmore. Oh, actually, I didn't scan a Triclops in the last episode, so I'll just do that right now. But let's ignore that for now, because there is, in fact, a Magmore that's breathing fire at me from a distance. I should probably use charge shots, but... Okay, there we go. God, stupid loud vehicle outside, jeez. Okay, let's break these open. See what's inside. Is that... the missile upgrade I'm after? Yes, it is. It's a 10. It's a 10. I can't tell the difference between this and a 5, but yeah, this is a 10. 10 ammo. Ooh, let's jump across and roll up. And I don't want you to capture me, but okay. I guess it has some limitations. The Triclops there doesn't want to get too close to the edge. Okay, in order to get across this thing, I think. Do we need to take this wall path? I think that's correct. We need to hop into this hole in the wall, and this takes us across the lava pit. Don't need to use the grapple beam, even though there is a grapple point there. We don't need to use it. We can just use the morphable passage. I guess that grapple beam is just for making things a bit more convenient later on when we actually have the grapple beam, and we may need to traverse this section again. It's just a little bit more efficient. Got a small morphable maze up here. Not really a maze even, just a little bit of precarious rolling. Very thin platform, and we have a missed expansion. First of I think like 4 or 5 we're going to get in this episode, so yeah, it could be a bit of collecting as well on the way. Oops, that daisy. I thought I could be smart and skip the gap, but no, never mind. Oh, I didn't do too much damage anyway. I'm not too fussed about that. A little bit more efficient. Let's jump across. And more flame jets, but I'm just going to jump. Oh, yeah, so the flame jets do push you down, but if you're quick enough, then you can make it to the other side anyway. Another good thing about the charge beam rather than missiles on these guys is it stops them from using their flame breath attack once you hit them with it. So you can sort of... stop them from doing that. Rather than using 4 missiles, you just use 2 charge shots and they won't even get a chance to attack you. So yeah, I'd say charge shots are the way to go on the Magmores around here. So through this door we have an elevator, and this will lead us back directly to Talon Overworld, which is a pretty nice route back. Through here we have another bit of Magmore Caverns, but unfortunately we can't really progress too much through this room just yet. As you can see, there's a spideball track on the ceiling, and yeah, there's just nothing we can do through there just yet. So let's head back to Talon Overworld via this elevator. Now, this is an elevator we could have accessed a while back. I think as soon as we had missiles, we could have accessed this elevator. But of course, because it leads to Magmore Caverns, and we didn't have the Various suit at the time, I think we just have been burnt alive, so yeah, this is just a little bit of a shortcut back. So it's not too bad, not too long of a route heading back to oop, I did not. Oh, it's so dark in here. I couldn't see that guy just strolling around. There's another one there. I can see you because the reticle's on you. Yeah. So also in here there's a missile expansion just tucked away under the bridge. If you listen, you might be able to hear the humming noise. I've got the volume turned down, but I just happen to know there's a missile expansion there, so let me just grab it. Oh, another bloody demon. I just barely caught you out of the corner of my eye there. It's so dark in that tunnel. Okay, and here we have another big room. And we've got a bunch of standard enemies. Got the beetles again. And if we have a look at our map, we might be able to see where exactly we are in Talon Overworld compared to the start of the game. So I think it's like a separate room. Stop strafing around me. Okay, there we go. So many of them. Yeah, let's have a quick gander at the map, and you can see that we're in a massive chamber, and where we start the game is just over here. So it's not too far, but it's still just very, very inconvenient having to backtrack all this way, and then we just need to head back again. I don't know how long it'll take, really. Maybe not even 5 minutes, but still just really inconvenient for me. I don't like it. I feel like if they're going to put an upgrade that we need to use to proceed, they should have put it in Fendrana Drifts, like have another section to it. Up here we have a missile door. I think this is the missile door we wouldn't have been able to open before. We could have opened... You can see which door it connects to, this next corridor coming up. We could have gone through there to begin with, but yeah, this is the door that requires missiles, so yeah, from that point onwards. And there is more to this room, but alas, another grapple point up there. And there's a few things at the top, actually. You might have seen a red door. How do we open the red door, I wonder? What if that requires another upgrade? There is another enemy in here. It's a blood flower. And they have a bit of a design flaw in that if you knock back their projectiles that they shoot at you, it kills them instantly. So yeah, that was the unfortunate life of a flower that can kill itself with its own projectiles. I think you need to explode them quite close to it, because you saw there was like a big field of green gas when I hit that thing, and yeah, it needs to be like consumed by the gas in order to kill it. So, yep. Okay, so we're back at the Talon Canyon. There's a well, that's actually a new enemy that I haven't scanned before. That's a Gema, right? Yeah, we've scanned a Zuma before, but that is a Gema, and it's actual impenetrable. With those spines up, you won't be able to kill it as it like walks around. It is completely immune to, I believe, everything. To be honest. Except missiles. It would have been immune to everything at the start of the game if I had scanned it then, but no, missiles are the way to go with those enemies. But they are immune to regular shots, so keep that in mind. You won't be able to deal with them at the start of the game, but once we come back, they're no problem whatsoever. Okay, so here's where we use the boost ball. I think it's our first time using the boost ball in like a half-pipe ramp like this. So yeah, all you need to do really is build momentum, charge the boost ball on the way down, and wait, where do I need to go? Is it on the left side? Yeah, it is. Okay. I got a bit confused for a second there, because I know the actual direction we need to head in is over to that way, so yeah, it's a little bit strange. You have to go up this side and cross a bridge across the top. Oh god, my cursor's acting up there. Okay, and I'm guessing this is sandstone. Oops, well, never mind. I'm not going to find out because I hit the wrong button and transformed into morph ball form. But yeah, it's sandstone. Let's destroy with that. And this is an alternative route that leads us back to the initial room, Tunnel Overworld. Some more zoomers down here, but just going to roll straight past them. And through here we are, back in the room with our gunship, but on a higher ledge, and wouldn't be able to get up here before. But now we're up here with the boost ball, across a few little treacherous gaps through this door here, and yeah, here's the upgrade. Literally just behind the room that we started in. Here is one of the best upgrades in the game, in my opinion. We get the space jump boots. We get, ooh, new shoes. And yeah, space jump boots is a double jump, pretty much. And you might be wondering why I think that's one of the best upgrades in the game, but it's just really, really convenient. While it is a double jump, you can't really use it from falling. Just demonstrate right there. Yeah, it's just really convenient when you have to revisit other locations that we visited at the start of the game to have the ability to jump twice and make it to ledges we couldn't before. It feels really, really slick, I must say. And I'm not going to save the game, but I am going to just replenish my energy because I noticed I did take a bit of damage in Magmal Caverns there. So yeah, let's just get our missiles back as well. Okay. Oh yeah, that's one thing that the gunship does that the regular save points don't do, is restore your ammo. Just something I need to point out right now. And also in the opening room, behind the gunship, just underneath, there is some tangleweed down there. Let me just blow it out of the way to begin with. And there's an actual missile expansion right behind our gunship at the start of the game, but we couldn't access it because we didn't have the morph ball. So, yep, now we have the morph ball. That's basically what this game is, really. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's something weird as well. When you're next to your gunship, it like has a weird gravity effect and it pushes you up into the air. Oh, right. Okay, so I kind of want to talk about like speedrunning this game, even though I wouldn't say I'm a speedrunner. But there is a very good sequence break in Metroid Prime that allows you to get up to the space jump boots and have it as your first item, which does break the game in a few ways. It means that your first missiles don't have to be from the Hive Mecha, but you can make it. Well, I would say you can make it over to that ledge without the space jump boots by like scanning something in the distance, and doing like a scan strafe. I can't really do it with that because it's. I think you need to actually be scanning it in order to strafe. I feel like the original version works different than the trilogy version here. I don't think you can do that scan strafe in the trilogy version, but you can in the original. And you can use that to skip across to the space jump boot sledge and grab it as the first item, which leads to a whole lot of shenanigans and just makes the game a bit quicker from that point onwards. So you might be wondering where I'm heading right now, because we're not heading back to Fenrir Drifts just yet. In this room there are a couple new enemies. I think these are seedlings. Pretty basic enemy. They just eject their little needles into you. And yeah, we could have come here to begin with, but we'd have been locked out at a missile door again. But yeah, we could have come back here with missiles, but it's just a bit convenient to come back here now. And welcome to a, well, I guess a new location, technically. The impact crater. So this is actually quite a relevant part of the story. You might actually get a proper objective of where to go in this episode. Also, there's this here. If we have a quick scan of this, it's a bit strange. This icon here, we might have seen that before if we have a look at our logbook screen. You can see it right in the middle there. So this is quite interesting. But this is actually pirate data, which is a bit weird to me. And this is talking about like the impact crater below. And there's some kind of energy source down there that is interfering with pirate activity on Talon 4. And we haven't actually seen too many pirates just yet, but they do exist on Talon 4. We didn't finish them off in the frigate Orpheon. They are still alive and well. And they just happen to have a bit of pirate data there. This door does take a little while to open because it's quite a big room. This is the Artifact Temple. Have a look at the window and we can see quite a unique looking room. Quite a few little stone structures. There's a couple of bits of Chozo lore on the walls, but I don't think I'll be able to scan them just yet because I've got the pirate data up on screen. In fact, what I might do with the Chozo lore here is put it in the description rather than have it linger up on screen. This might be a bit more convenient. But yeah, welcome to this place. Quite a magnificent architecture going on here. Very nice birds! I see birds everywhere. But there is something of vital importance in the middle of the room, and it's one of the main collectibles. Here we have a Chozo artifact, and our first of 12, the Artifact of Truth. And eventually, and as you can see here, it just gets added into our logbook. There are 12 in total, and eventually, once we collect them all, we will have access to the impact crater. Now, we don't know what lies quite within the impact crater just yet, but now we have a proper, like, collectible objective. Now we know that we need to get artifacts, and now we know where, I guess, our final destination will lie. And upon collecting that artifact, we create these little scan points around the room. If you scan this one, this is these usually give hints, but the Artifact of Truth is the one we just grabbed, so this is just the one that says that we already grabbed it. But yeah, the remainder of the ones around the room will all have hints for us where there are other artifacts. So yeah, the artifact quest is the main point of the game. And we're just going to have a quick read of all of them. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to scan them like that, just to be a bit more efficient. Run around the room, just have a brief scan. They do get added to the logbook even if you don't read it. And they're not all in the room just yet. There are some of these pillars that don't have scan points on them. Those will become active once we've started grabbing some more artifacts. Like there's a little bit of progression there. You can't get all the hints right off the bat. You do need to go find some other artifacts to begin with. Okay, so now we've scanned all of them, let's have a quick look at the logbook and see which artifacts we now have hints about. We've already got the Artifact of Truth. The Artifact of Strength is found in Magmore in a shrine. It does like highlight keywords of where we can find them. But some of them aren't available right off the bat. We might need to come back with another upgrade. And yeah, we do need to grab all the upgrades eventually. But Artifact in Fendrana, a tower sits atop their fortress, so yeah, keep that in mind. A sun chamber, a ruined home, so that's in the Chozo ruins. Yeah, there's just a few little hints now and then. Oh yeah, there is more of that. Release their bond to the world to claim the artifact of wind. Sorry, not wind. Wild. I can't read. It's Breath of the Wind, not Breath of the Wild. That was a mistake that loads of people made when the game first came out. Artifact of Light Giver. Once again in the Chozo ruins. Something about light there. A grove at Talon's Far Corners. That is referring to Talon Overworld, and we can't actually reach the Far Corners just yet. And I think there's only a couple left. World. Once again in the Chozo ruins, in a hall. Need to keep that in mind. Fendrana Drifts, yeah, at the edge of Fendrana. So, yep, and that's all the hints we get for now. So now that that's out of the way, I guess that's like a little extra thing you can do while backtracking for the space jump boots is come visit the Artifact Temple for the first time. Though you don't need to visit the Artifact Temple. We could have gone around and grabbed a few artifacts to begin with. Don't need to come here to begin with. But here, let me scan some Chozo lore. I'm not going to leave it up on screen, I'm just going to add it to the description. If you want to read it, it'll be down there. And scan the one on the other side as well. So there's two long bits of Chozo lore right next to each other here. And yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to leave it up on screen for too long. I've kind of been thinking that I thought it would be like a nice editing job if I did stick stuff up on screen, and I think I will continue to do that with like enemies and stuff, but because the lore and the pirate data, they're just really long stretches of just blank text, and they'll just be clogging up the bottom of the screen. I don't really want that, so yeah, from now on I think I might just put like lore and pirate data in the description, but just keep the enemy scans up on screen. So yeah, a little bit of a detour there to the Artifact Temple, but there is actually another room that we can visit. There's nothing else we can do in it, but I just want to show off regardless, because it is a bit more plot related. It's like a winding tunnel down here. It's far off corner of Talon Overworld. Head on down here, and we couldn't progress through it before because we need the morph ball. We would have had to come back. And let's roll over these rocks, roll into here, and through this door. Oh, it looks like we need the missiles as well. So you need 2 upgrades in order to reach this room. We couldn't have visited this at the start of the game. But head through here, and hello. Something of interest to scan. What is that? It is, in fact, a space pirate, and our first sighting of them actually on Talon 4, and they're flying pirates, so let's deal with them time. And they do actually fly away. They evacuate. Can't believe I actually killed that guy. I guess using missile pumping there was a good idea. Didn't expect to actually kill one of them, but yeah, they are supposed to like evacuate as soon as you enter the room. And there's nothing else we can do in here just yet, but I just wanted to show off that there are space pirates. And what were they doing with this strange container? Huh. What is this? What is this? This blue material. What's this icky paint like goop? It's moving! No, boys, don't touch that stuff. I can't do a Toad voice, sorry. It's highly toxic material, and it may be phazon compound space pirates were using in their biological experiments. So yes, first sighting of something called phazon. And phazon is very important for the Metroid Prime series. This is technically the first time you can ever see it. So yeah, the origin of phazon, right there and then. And keep that in mind. Can't do anything in that room just yet. I think there is a missile expansion, but we can't grab it. Because it's underwater, and it's just too difficult to move. Okay, I don't like this room. I always get a bit lost in it. So it's so dark and I can't really see around the corners. Okay, there we go. There's the door I was after. Let's return. I guess that's everything that we need to grab outside of Fendron Adris. A little bit of a walk to the Artifact Temple and back. Sort of extend the length of the episode, I suppose, while we're here. But I'm going to take a different route back to Fendron Adris, pick up another couple of upgrades along the way. But there are a couple of things that I need to pick up now. Now that we have the boost ball / space jump boots. I'm going to head through Chozo ruins and have a quick detour through there. So I'll skip ahead a little bit. Oh, why does that happen sometimes? The door just closes right in front of your face. That's so annoying. But anyway, back in the central plaza of Chozo ruins. Hello, big guy. And dodge up away, and bam, you're dead. Okay, nice. Futile attempt. So yes, there is a missile expansion up here in this half pipe. Could use the boost ball to get it, but I believe you can also grab it with the space jump, just by jumping up against the wall like that, yep. And if I recall correctly in like speed runs and stuff, once again, a little bit uninformed, but I think once you grab the space jump boots, that's the first missile expansion you grab. The one you get from beating the Hive Mecha doesn't have to be the first one you get. They all get added to the missile count eventually. I think the Hive Mecha's a pretty long boss in a speed run that you don't really want to be taking it on, because all you have to do is destroy all the wall wasps around the room and then target the head itself and do that 3 times, and it's a little bit inconvenient. And in this room where we first got the more full... Whoa, that was a weird pinging jump there. But yeah, there's another half pipe in here, and I think I need to get up to the... So I keep coming back to this room. This is like extremely inefficient, to be honest, inefficient planning. But yeah, we will eventually need to come back to this room, because there's a spider wall track on the ceiling over that side, and there's also a door that is purple, and I think we'll have to come back to this room like 2 more times, even though there's only like 1 room beyond it. So yeah, I don't know why I'm grabbing everything in this room just yet, because we will visit this room multiple times. Do not know why I exited multiple form there. Okay, and I think that's everything in the Chozo rooms we can now grab with the boost ball, so let's just roll on back through. Avoid all the scarabs. I don't care about taking damage. What the hell? Doesn't do too much. Oh no, chip damage. Whatever will I do about that one energy that I just lost? And the plated beetles back, but never mind. Now I'm going to head back to Magmore Caverns. I'm just going to take a stroll under these shriek bats here, why not? There's another set of them just around this corner. I know your tricks, game. Boost ball across. Oh wow, I used the boost ball and like completely skipped the gap there. Oh well, that was a kind of slick, kind of not. Whatever. Just going to boost all the way through the lava there. Okay, here's a burrow that I didn't scan in the last episode. Let's give it a quick scan right now while I'm here. And I don't need to deal with it. I'm just going to walk straight past it. Take a little bit of damage in the process, but whatever. Okay, so this is an actual important room for me right now. Now let me destroy this magmor first of all, and get rid of some puffers as well. Might as well just do a little bit of quick firing around the room. So there's something of note in this room, and it's this column in the middle. I don't think we can ever scan it, but yeah, there's something hidden in this room. I think I need to be up on this high platform actually, and I should have dealt with these puffers beforehand, but never mind, there we go. So this pillar in the middle of the room, we could have eventually been able to see inside it, but we can just use our missile straight off the bat and see that there is another artifact inside. And this artifact is not one of the hints that it gives you from the Artifact Temple. This is one that we can grab independently. We could have done that with any artifacts actually. We don't need to scan all the hints. If you know where they are, you just need to go and find them, and they automatically get added to the logbook. And here's the Artifact of Nature, the eighth one. Not grabbing them in any sort of order whatsoever, just when it's a bit more convenient. But yeah, there's another artifact right there that you can grab pretty early on. You wouldn't actually have any idea that it existed if it's like your first time playing the game until you grab another upgrade. But I figured while we're passing through, I'm going to use our space jump to good effect here and just jump into one of the puffers. Okay, that wasn't my intention. But yeah, the space jump is super convenient, and yeah, here's a use for it. Instead of going underneath where the Triclops are, we can do a space jump over that barrier there and just skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, it's just real nice not having to be so precise with the platforming, I guess. I mean, You don't often see platforming in like first-person shooters and stuff, like really precise jumping maneuvers, because you're always facing forward and you can't exactly see the platform underneath your feet very efficiently without like looking downwards. I keep saying efficiently in this episode. I guess everything is efficient to me. Let's destroy these. Yeah, you don't really see too much precision platforming in games like this. This isn't technically a first-person shooter. I think Nintendo referred to it as a first-person adventure. God, I minced my words there. First person. I sound like Sean Connery saying that. Since it relies a little bit more heavily on platforming, having a double jump and able to correct your jumps slightly is a godsend. And oh, I forgot there's another turret over there again. I keep forgetting about this guy. There we go, let's kill that. And with our space jump, I guess we can skip ahead a little bit. Let's jump across this platform. And yeah, we'll just feel a little bit more free, I'd say. And yeah, we're back here. Back at the entrance to Fender and Drifts. But there is something else we can grab right now. We can jump up to this higher bridge. And at the very top of the monitor station, I think this is called, we find this strange device. I don't think we've seen one of these before. There's also this, that's saying something about a collapsible suspension bridge. But there's also this device down here. This is added to our logbook. It's like a mechanism. It's a spinner device. And with the spinners, we need to use our boost ball. We get locked in. I think we can use our bombs to exit again, but yeah, while we're inside the device, it locks us in and we can use our boost ball freely, and that raises up the suspension bridge. Don't boost ball off the edge, please. I was charging a boost there inadvertently. So yeah, there's something else we can grab. We just hop across this gap, heading up to a higher door in the monitor station, and let me just use a bit of boost ball to speed up a little bit inconvenient. It's convenient and efficiency that I'm using most in this episode. And yeah, through here we have another artifact. If you check the name of this room, this is the Warrior Shrine, and there was actually a hint that said something about a shrine in Magmore. And yeah, this is another Chozo artifact. So that's 3 in one episode. In the episode where we first learned about them, we can grab 3 immediately. In fact, this is the second one. I guess you're supposed to grab this one in order, possibly. I'm not sure. I'm sure they do give you like an order in terms of like actual numbering it. There's something else in this room, but I don't think we can do anything with it just yet. So for now, let's head back. It's a hole in the floor. Or does it just spin out fire in my face there? Okay, and let's hop across this giant gap with the space jump. Oh, you can make so much distance with that. And let's drop on down and head back to Fendrana. Was that one of the turrets again there? I just saw a shot coming off the side of the screen. And now we're back in Fendrana Drifts, the main room. Just going to quickly head to the save station. So I noticed I took a little bit of damage there. Not entirely sure where I took most of that from, but yeah, I'm just going to restore anyway, because I've got a bit of a big encounter coming up. I'm not going to save, I'm just going to heal up. And now that we have the space jump boots, we can now do something about getting up to those ruins up on the mountainside there. And yeah, it's just basically a case of jumping up on these ledges. There's these weird floating platforms. Don't know what's keeping them suspended. It's a kind of propulsion device. Can I scan that? Oh, you actually can. Oh yeah, gas-based. I was pretty much correct there. Gas-based propulsion. And yeah, with our space jump boots, we can now do massive gaps across the shorelines and reach the high ledge. That was actually pretty close. I don't know if that's the way you meant to go. Like there are other pillars around the room. But I feel like that's like, is that the best way to go? Can't tell. That seemed like a bit of a long jump to make, but yep, here we are up at the more like ruinous areas. Oh, hello. Excuse me, back off, back. Oh. Please. What? Why? Please, let me out. Yeah, just going to show off quickly that you can't drag them through doorways. I was trying to show that off before, but the door closed behind me, so I was like being pinned against the back. I was like, why can't I get through here? Okay, and here we have some more ice barricades. Oh, I'm going to have to use missiles. God forsake me for trying to stay in morphball form through here. Okay, watch out for the pulse bombers. Both bombers in one location there. And here we are in, what's this place called again? The Ice Temple? Okay, good to know. Another Sheegoth there. Let me, I shoot in a random direction, doesn't disturb them, and I can approach them pretty safely. Oh, except when I completely missed the first shot. And with our space jump boots, we can now jump over the top of them. Although, actually, that does make us lose our tracking on them. That's probably not the best idea. I thought it might be pretty smart if you jumped over the top of them, rather than having to strafe around them in like close quarters. Oh, there's a new enemy here. This is a ice parasite, I believe. And this is once again a missable scan. It's not missable just yet. There is another location where we can find them later on. But yeah, might as well scan them on when we have the chance. And they're just basically... considering the parasite itself is a missable scan, the ones that were on Frigate Orpheon, and the ice parasites are a missable scan. There's something about parasites that is completely missable in this game. You don't get to see them too frequently. Oh, and these ones are just rolling about the pillars there. Oh, I'll just use regular shots. If I could, you know, it's all in vain trying to shoot these guys. Okay. And with our space jump, we can now clear this giant gap here. Although we won't be able to make it up here anyway. So, this is a little... Can I scan these? I think this reveals what they're made of. Chozo Shaman. Ah, Brimstone. I think that's... Is that morphball bombs? No. That's missiles, right? Brimstone is... not charge beam. So there's also Radiant, which is... Okay, yeah, Brimstone is a missile-based material. But there's also I think it was Radiant that we encountered in the last episode. There's also a missile material. I'm sure there's a difference between the two, possibly, but yeah, for now we just need to use our missiles to blow that off the wall. And let's head across here. I don't know if I can destroy the rest of the heads. You can scan them, they're like more Chozo. The statue is flawless. Oh, it's only the one that's cracked then. I guess I won't be able to find out what they're made of, but yeah, here we have a little statue. There's actually something of note around here, but we won't be able to grab it just yet. Instead, we'll head on through to the main part of the ice temple. And oh, look at this random morph puzzle. Head underground, lay down a couple of bombs, head on back up, and use the springboard to escape immediately. And then do it again here, for no good reason. Why do I have to do this twice? This next bit's a little bit inconvenient because it's on a slope. And yeah, these things do eventually reform after a while. Also, why did that not destroy this thing? Okay, let me out! Stop closing behind me. Yeah, you need to be a little bit quick if you want to do... quick with the bombs if you want to get out of that area quite rapidly. Okay, and up ahead we have another new upgrade, and whoa, what was that tremor? I guess we'll approach this new item. What is this? Is the wave beam. A new beam! Oh, no, never mind. It's an enemy ambush, and, well, that's not fair. You should be able to shoot in a cutscene when I don't have a chance to dodge. Yeah, let's get out of the way of that. And now we have multiple baby she-goths. I think there are 4 of them. Well, there will be 4 of them. For now, there's only 2. I guess it's 2 at a time, so... Okay, 1 down. Are you dead? No. No, you're dead. Just checking. Okay, keep striking around you, hit them in the back, and another one appears. They're like in every corner of the room. So let's break that thing on your back. Rapid fire to break that. Excuse me, I thought you were going to use your ice breath, and I just wanted to back away quickly there. Okay, and player 4 has joined the fray. Let's blow you up. And one last baby she-goth, and we're done, right? We can now finally grab our wave beam. Isn't that right? And there we go. We're all done! Yay, let's go grab our wave beam now. Holy she-goth! Let's see what I did there. But yeah, here's the big mummy, big daddy. I have no idea. It's the baby's parent, I guess. Here's our first major mini-boss in Fendran Address. It is the she-goth itself. It's not a baby anymore. And it's been dealt with in quite a different way than the regular baby she-goths, because if you use our beam attacks, it charges up the crystals on its back, and then it can release them in a... I just want to maybe show it off quickly. I can get that to charge up slightly. Can make it slightly stronger, which you don't really want to be doing, but I just kind of want to show off. Yeah, now it's electrified. If I keep doing that, I guess it... I swear it has like an attack that it can do. Oh, I guess it just like has like a shockwave around itself. So yeah, you don't want to be hitting it with shots like that. But we can use missiles. I think we need to Yeah, hit it in like the side of the mouth. That's the way to go. Oh, when it opens its mouth. No? God, it feels really inconsistent when these missiles are actually doing damage to it. Do I need to hit it head on? I thought I knew what to do with this boss. In fact, I guess it's acting a bit strange, but there is another method of defeating it, and it's a little bit more consistent, and that's to lay bombs at its feet. And I think you can like roll underneath it, although you do take a little bit of damage in the process, so be a little bit more careful with the bomb strat. But yeah, this is another way to go. And is that it done? No, I guess I just stunned it a little bit. Okay, can I now... Okay, so now missiles seem to be working quite consistently. Oh, it's dead. I'm not sure what was going on with the missiles there. Maybe it's something to do with the, like, the force field on its back. Maybe when that's active, it doesn't like... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's immune to missiles when you've activated the force field it has. But anyway, upon defeating the Sheegoth, we get something a little bit new. We get the Wave Beam, which is a weapon that's been in other Metroid games. But in this game it's played a little bit differently with the beam weapons, because we still have our regular shots. But now if we hold the plus button, we can point it up, much like activating the scan visor on the minus button. We can now get the Wave Beam, which is a new type of beam. In like the 2D Metroid games, beam weapons would usually stack, so your regular shots would now have a penetrating effect on walls, I think is what it was, like Super Metroid and stuff. But the Wave Beam is like an electrical attack, and it's sort of... I like the way it looks, like fans out. It's got a nice wibbly wobbly effect going on there. And the Wave Beam is used to open purple doors. And it's also an electric based attack, so any enemies that might have been weak to electric based attacks will now go down pretty quickly if we use the Wave Beam on them. So yeah, it's a pretty nifty upgrade. And yeah, oh, well, here's a good example. It changed the enemies in this room, so now we can actually destroy the pulse bombers and also the scatter bombers, but there's none around here, so it's a bad example. Okay, let's hop on down. Another pulse bomber. Oh yeah, because took a little bit of recoil when I hit the ground there. It knocked my charge beam out. That's unfortunate. Hello. Goodbye. Let's explode in the doorway. And yeah, the bombers are now no threat to us whatsoever. We can just launch a fully charged wave beam at them. Pretty nifty weapon. Might be my favourite beam weapon in the game. Spoilers, but we do get more beam weapons later on. And if you couldn't tell already, there's 2 extra slots here. And we can also open purple doors, and as I pointed out earlier on, we saw a red door. And I wonder how we open red doors. Yeah, there was a little hint at the time there. Okay, and upon defeating the big mama Sheegoth in that area, we now get some baby Sheegoths around the Fendrana Shorelines area. So yeah, there are a few little changes. And also we can stun them long enough to get a few nice shots in on its rear. It doesn't do particularly more damage, I don't think, the Wave Beam, but it has like electrical effects, so yeah, it has different uses than the regular charge beam. So yeah, a few enemies get like stunned by the Wave Beam. They're not particularly weak to it, I'd say, but they do like get electrified and can't move and a bit immobilized, and then you can like exploit that a little bit with missiles and stuff. Yeah, you can combo beams with missiles quite well. So, well, anyway, now that goes down, let me head back to the save room, and I think I'm done for this episode. We backtracked to Telnova World, grabbed the space jump boots, and we've also grabbed the Wave Beam, which we'll use to progress in the next episode. And yeah, we also learned about the artifacts, and we grabbed a few of those as well. So, in the next episode, we'll explore a little bit more of Fendrana Drifts with our new combo of double jumps and electrical attacks. So I'll see you next time for more Metroid Prime. Bye for now.